Oh man, Shiba Inu. Could we have 3 reasons, which I'm going to share with you shortly, which could be the reason why Shiba Inu breaks through its all-time high and goes much further? So we all know that Shiba Inu has been dubbed as this meme coin and belittled by a lot of crypto YouTubers who look like myself. And the reality is, after doing a bit of digging, we might have to give Shiba Inu a lot more credit than it deserves. Like I said in my recent videos, that Shiba Inu, for various reasons, is a lot more functional and practical of a project with far more potential than Dogecoin. And I explained my rationale, right? Dogecoin did a great job of the community piece, right? They really got the community on. And I was one of the first people that said, look, community is a big part of building a coin. That is a valuable thing. If you have a t-shirt company, it's not just about the material of a t-shirt and the company with the best material t-shirt's going to win. It doesn't work like that. You need community, but you also need a great project as well. Now, the issue with Dogecoin was it was built on a Bitcoin hard fork. Whereas we know with Shiba, it's not only built on the Ethereum network, which means it can build NFTs, it can build smart contract going into the future, but it can do a whole bunch of smart things which Dogecoin is just simply not built for. And it also has the community aspect that Dogecoin has. So could we, long story short, could we see a massive run-up which takes Shiba's market cap to at least Doge's market cap, which would be a massive growth from him? We'll take a look at that shortly of what that would mean. Now, before that, let's take a look at the charts. Now, we can see we created this, where I'm on the hourly at the moment, and we created this wedge yesterday, and we can almost see this wedge. We broke down from this wedge as we saw, and we headed back down to a bit of a support level at 2028. I'm just going to call it 2028, you know what I mean, because we're at 4 decimal places at the moment. And then we've got another line which acting as a bit of resistance and now hopefully support at 2448. Okay, so that's what we saw. We bounced off this support level, which is really positive, guys. I think we need, for those that are new into the ecosystem, we need to understand that this is a big step because this is a new coin, relatively speaking, and it's hard with these types of coins to build levels of support. And here you can see that the bulls came in and said, we're defending this level. They didn't let Shiba fall below this level. And that gives you an indication of strength in the coin and an idea that we have holders. And holders are important. I just want to click onto this as well, because the official Twitter account for Shiba posted this post, which says Shiba 720,000 holders. Now, we know we can work backwards. So we can say, look, Shiba Inu is currently sitting on a market cap of 10 billion. And so if you do the maths, 10 billion divided by approximately 720,000 holders would suggest that the average Shiba holder is holding $14,000 of Shiba. So there you go. That is not a amount to be sniffed at, particularly when we know institutions aren't playing this. This is just a retail cultural piece, and therefore this is an amazing amount of holders, 720,000 holders, and growing rapidly for Shiba. So we've got to give it its props. We can't ignore these kind of things, and we have to be objective and look at this. And then we can see we're creating this support. Let me go to the 30-minute chart, and we can see it a little bit better, and you can see we're kind of coming back down just to test this support, and I'd expect a good rebound off of this support to go back up and test our highs at 34.68 up the top here. Okay, from there we can then head into green space, and in order to head into green space, we know we need good volume, but we need some catalysts. And I'm going to share with you a few catalysts, which is why I think Shiba has the potential, all things going well, of really being a coin here to stay and catching up with Dogecoin. I can share with you what that price target would mean as well. Now, the first thing is they've accepted payments with now payments. Okay, so if you go on the official Shiba page, you will see that they've now accepted, there we go. We can see that if I just go back here, they're now accepting payments through Now Payments. Now Payments are used by a lot of small businesses to accept crypto payments. So it's perfect. Small businesses can now get the Shiba army involved. They can sell merchandise or sell bits and pieces and accept currency using Shiba. Great first step, and we saw that with Doge as well, and it's an important piece. But I want to go a little bit further. And in order to do that, and I know this isn't technical analysis, but this is Ryoshi, the founder. This is his Medium page, okay? And you can see here 2 things which I think are really important catalysts. And The first one is Shibarium, which I want to come on to. So let me just take this off the screen and explain. So Shibarium is, what he's saying is, let me just quote him first actually. So he's saying, regardless, I don't care. SHIBA will have its own level 2 soon. Okay, and he says they are way too centralized and will always be so. So he's going to have no. So what he's saying there is we are not going to have an association with Matic, which is the big partner, which is the big, layer 2 play in the Ethereum space. So he's saying SHIBA are going to create their own layer 2 platform, and this could be massive for transacting on a layer 2 basis on the Ethereum network. So that's a big plus. The fact that they're actually going to attempt and build something like that, if they go ahead and do that, that would create value and that would give them room to go on uplift. And then the naysayers would have to say, look, this is a serious project at that point. The second thing which they showed, and again, I'm going to show you, is he says SHI. They're going to create SHI, which is the global exchange of value, and he calls it for plebs. That's the language they use in the SHIBA community. And what he's saying this is this is going to be an algorithmically backed stable coin, which always pegs to 1 cent. And so what he's hoping to do is this will be launched after Shibarium, which will be the layer 2 solution, and people can send back and forth SHI, which is 1 cent, which you can transact with, and it will always be pegged to that amount. So in essence, what I'm saying here is quite simple. Not only do we have what is classed as a meme coin, but I call it, like a cultural coin, a coin which is which has good cultural community behind it. People find it fun, they want to use it. Like we said there, at the average of $14,000, for some people that's a lot, for some people it's a little. So there's a decent amount of money in the system, but it's people who are having fun. Just like Elon Musk was talking about with Dogecoin, people want to have fun, and they're not necessarily coming into this with the same mindset that they do with a Solana or a Cardano or Ethereum, where they're doing it with investment thesis and a plan to get to this percent. They're just having a little bit of fun with a little bit of money that they're willing to enjoy. But then if SHIBA can go ahead and actually deliver on these deliverables, if they can build a layer 2 and they build a stablecoin SHI, that will be massive, guys. And I think that at that point, I think the whole crypto ecosystem would stand back and say, hang on a second, this is a serious coin and it's no longer in the league of Doge. It's well above Doge. Because at the moment, you can argue it's about Doge level with the potential to go far beyond Doge because it's built on Ethereum. So it's not being held back by the Bitcoin fork. Okay, but it's got to fulfill that potential. And SHIBA Swap is one step towards that. They've got a swap, SHIBA Swap, which is a fork of Pancake Swap, which Doge didn't have anything similar to that. So that's one step further. Can they go create this layer 2? Can they create this stablecoin? These will be great projects. Like I said, this is the founding team are doing the right job. If you're building a coin like this and you've come across a bunch of loyal holders, 720,000 holders, you have to deliver actual projects to them. You have to build something on that ecosystem for them to stay and have value in the ecosystem you're building. You can't just ride on the SHIBA name, because then it will just become a momentum play. And we know with momentum plays, you will just get a pattern where it pumps and then it dumps, right? But in this case, for them to keep this price high, for it to keep, you get this kind of thing. So for them to keep this high and keep it bouncing and growing, they really need to build use cases in SHIBA, okay? So overall, we could see we've had a good 3 days of massive green. We've had 1 day of cooling off and another solid green covering, collecting back most of the losses from yesterday. And then you want to see SHIBA head higher. So just to leave this on, guys, so we know we have, just to leave you on the price target of what SHIBA could achieve if it became the market cap of Doge. So we can see SHIBA's at 10 billion, sitting in 20th spot, and we can see Dogecoin is at 32 billion. So you're looking at a 3x, okay? That would take the price to 0.00075, okay, guys? So it'd be the 4 decimal places, 75. To put that into perspective, that would be up here. Okay, so it changes as Dogecoin changes, but I mean, at the moment, it will take you to 7.5 based on the current market cap. Okay, so a lot of potential in SHIBA for SHIBA to grow, but they've got to deliver, and the team has to deliver. The holders are delivering, the community are holding, and they're buying. Now it's down to the project team, and like I said, they've got to be really smart. They've got to have good long-term projects, but at the same time, they want to keep this momentum. So what they need to do is have a lot of smaller initiatives, a lot of smaller projects which they announce periodically, every 24 hours, every 36 hours, keep a couple up their sleeves, roll it out, get the momentum, get more people into it, get more coverage and press, and then SHIBA can really start creating a long-lasting, sustainable ecosystem, which will be really interesting. So there you go, guys. That's my take on SHIBA. If you're invested in it, Hope you're doing it safely and without taking too much of a risk of your portfolio. For those of you guys who are long-term crypto investors who feel like kind of diving in and you having fear of missing out, put a little bit in it. Take a calculated percentage of your portfolio so you don't feel like you're missing out, but obviously nothing major that it's going to cause you any problems. This at the heart of it, it's a momentum play, and at the moment there's nothing to suggest it's not a momentum play until we see use cases. We've seen talk of use cases, but we have to build those actual use cases. Then it is a sustainable project. But there's nothing wrong with what they're doing right now. They're doing the right thing. They've got the community, they've engaged the community, and then they can buy time to go and build the project that they're trying to build. Hope you guys found that useful. If you want to see more SHIBA videos, then please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.